everybody, it's Kelsee Briana J here with a comparison of two Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes. I recently did a review on the collection that Anastasia Beverly Hills launched. It's an online exclusive collection, and in that collection they had two different sets. One of the sets was called the Daytime set and the other set was called the Sunset set. So in that video I mentioned that the quad that was launched in the Daytime set really reminded me of the Soft Glam Palette. So guess what we're doing today? We're comparing them, but I'm going to do it on my eyes and show you guys the similarities between the two palettes. On my eye stand, I'm going to do an eye look using both of these palettes, but on one side I'm going to use the Soft Glam palette and on the other side I'm going to use the Daytime Quad. But moving on to the demonstration, you guys are going to see me do the same eye look on either eye. I have two sets of each of the brushes that I use, so I'm not double dipping. Each eye has its own set of brushes, and I want you guys to tell me how similar you think this eye look is. Let me know your thoughts on it down below, and of course I'm going to tell you my final thoughts on it at the end of the video. So I hope that you all enjoy, and I will talk to you guys shortly. So with my Tom Ford number 13 brush, I'm going to take the color Burnt Orange, and I am going to take this color back and forth in my crease. So I'm just going to take my time, build up this color. This is going to be both my crease color and my transition colors. So I am first going to apply it as a wash, so lightly, going in with this color with a really fluffy brush. Make sure to really buff this color out. And then I'm going to take a more tapered blending brush in the same color and then go directly in the crease with it. This is going to apply that color in a more pronounced manner. Make this color a little bit more intense. Back and forth, and take your time with it. And we already applied it with the larger fluffy brush first to diffuse it and make sure that it's really nice and blended. And this brush is going to add a little bit more definition with it. Now going in with the Daytime Quad in the color Papaya. I have a clean Tom Ford number 13 brush, and I am going to do the same thing with this color. Let's first fluff it on for a transition color. Diffuse it. So back and forth, and then go in circular motions. Again, going in with a clean 221 in the same color. Let's repeat that same step and apply this color more pronounced in the crease. So just back and forth. That color is already blended out for us, just like with the other eye. These colors look similar enough and they give you that same vibe. So as you all can see, Burnt Orange is the darker of the two, and then Papaya is the lighter orange. But still, it's very similar. Back into the Soft Glam palette, I'm going to take a 242 flat shader brush in the color Bronze. And very carefully, I am going to tap this color on the inner corner, bring it over, and also apply it on the lid. So I love the finish of this eyeshadow. I feel like it's so smooth and velvety, and it does not take long to build it up. If you need to go in and blend that edge with a clean blending brush, do so. Now I'm going back into the Daytime palette, and I'm going to take a clean 242 in the color Sunny. And just like with the other eye, I am going to begin to build up this color on the lid. So I'm just going to use swiping motions to deposit this color. This color is not as smooth as Bronze. I do have quite a bit of fallout using this color, but it's nothing that can't get easily fixed since I have my under eye set. I'm just going to continue to build this up just like I did the other eye. And again, make sure not to take this color too far above the crease. So I think these colors are extremely similar. On the lid, they look almost identical. I can tell with my artist's eye that there's a slight variation in color. This one is more bronze, this one is more gold, this one has more glitter flecks in it, and this one has smaller, more refined glitter flecks. But so far, my eye look looks extremely similar. Going back into the Soft Glam palette and using the 242 that I used with this palette, I wiped it off, and I'm going to take a little bit of the color Rose Pink. And I am going to apply this color right on the outer corner of the eye. So make sure to blend it next to the bronze color, and then I'm going to bring it up towards the crease. I am going to keep this color pretty concentrated on the outer corner and then begin to diffuse it inwards. But this is a very soft type color. Back in this palette, and let's take the color Rose Quartz. Same placement, but on this eye. And let's work this color in on the outer corner. I will say I don't think this color looks exactly identical. This color is definitely more corally. And I really like this one. I am just going to do the exact same thing and pack this color on and blend it up towards the crease. Out of those two colors, I think that Rose Quartz is a lot prettier than Rose Pink. And Rose Quartz has more of a corally undertone to it. And I think it's much prettier. I think that it pops out a little bit more. I would not be mad at all if Anastasia reformulated the Soft Glam palettes to have Rose Quartz in it instead of Rose Pink. Nonetheless, the colors are similar. Now on both eyes, I'm going to take the liquid lipstick in Bellini as my eyeliner. So I'm going to take Rustic on a pencil brush. Lightly take that on the lower lash line. All the way across. And then go back in with bronze. I'm going to apply that right on the inner corner. Back in with this palette and I'm going to take Sandcastle with the pencil brush. And same thing on this eye. And then I'm going to go back in with Sunny and pop that on the inner corner. This is it. I think that both eyes look so similar that I could have done it with one palette and it'll look the same. This is the final eye look. I feel like the only way you could really tell the difference is if you stared at them. I think the biggest differences in these palettes is this palette is a little bit lighter. I feel like all four of the colors are lighter than any color that's in the Soft Glam palette. And I feel like the shimmers in this palette have a bit more chunky glitter. The glitter in this palette is a lot more refined. The eyeshadow formula in the Soft Glam palette is a lot smoother. It's more metallic than it is glittery. The Daytime palette is the better value in terms of the amount of product that you're getting. But of course, you're going to have more options with this palette and you can do more looks. So in order to say which one is the better value, it all depends on what's valuable to you. Do you value having options and being able to only use one item, or do you value getting more products and going through it a little bit slowly? So it all depends on you. I prefer the Soft Glam palette. I feel like the Soft Glam palette's formulation of eyeshadows is a lot smoother to work with. I feel like the colors are a little bit darker and they show up on my complexion better. I feel like this palette is too light for me and I feel like I have to build the colors up a little bit too much. The matte eyeshadows, they're formulated decently, but like I said, they're lighter so they don't show up as prominently on my complexion. And I'm about a MAC NC42, so any deeper than me, I definitely will tell you to go with the Soft Glam palette because you have the darker tones in here as well as other colors to add more definition. I did this eye look to demonstrate the similarities of the palette, but if I weren't doing this eye look, I definitely would like to go in with the darker brown just to add a little bit more definition to my eyes. But this is a nice light eye look, which is pretty much all I can get with this palette. I feel like the Daytime palette is pretty limited in the amount of looks that I can do with it. I can only see myself creating maybe 2 looks with this palette versus the Soft Glam palette, where I feel like there's a lot more variations of looks that I can do. But let me know what you all think about it. I just wanted to demonstrate you guys the similarities of these two palettes. I know I mentioned it in my review of the collection by ABH, but I just wanted to show you guys because sometimes showing you is better than telling you. So let me know which eye you prefer. Let me know if you can even tell a difference. I know a lot of people are going to be like, girl, that looks like the same thing, because it basically does. So if you like videos like this, let me know which 2 products you want me to compare next, because I love a good battle. I love a showdown. So I will check you all in my very next one, which will be super, super soon. Smooches. Bye.